it's Nick from SonicTone Amps. Today we're going to be taking the Loyalist for a spin. It's part of the Modern Series lineup, and Craig's with us again. Thanks for joining us, man.
Good to be here, man.
All right. So this is, again, part of the Modern Series lineup. So it is a feature-rich 3-channel high-gain amplifier, but it's more British voice in that it has EL34s in the power section for about 50 watts of power. Quick rundown on the front panel. This is the channel 1 section. You've got a gain knob for channel 1, a 3-band EQ, treble, mid, bass. You've got a volume for channel 1 as well. You also have a bright switch for channel 1, and then you have a clean crunch switch, so you can actually get some pretty crunchy tones, very plexy sounding tones out of channel 1. Channels 2 and 3 are over here. They have separate independent gain and volume knobs, and then a shared 3-band EQ. And then over in the master section, you've got a presence, a resonance, and the overall master volume. On the back, we have a feature-rich buffered effects loop with a series parallel switch, send and return controls, and the effects loop is foot switchable. Also, there's a half power switch. Okay, with that, I think we're going to jump in onto channel 3 and get some pretty blazing tones right at the gate here, don't you think?
Yeah, and if possible, I just want to thank Melvin at CNN Music Center for lending me this guitar for this demo.
Yeah, that's a great local store. Thanks, Melvin.
Yeah.
So that opening passage, we came in on channel 3, but the great thing about this is with the 3-channel amp and channel 2 and 3, you can set different gains and different volumes. So you can use channel 3 for your lead and hotter gain settings, but then you can have channel 2 be your rhythm setting. We're going to kick it over to channel 2 where the gain's on about 6, and we can get those rhythms going, and then you can foot switch over to channel 3 and do your leads from there. So let's check out channel 2.
Yeah.
All right, here we're going to jump over to channel 1, and this amp really comes with a great clean line with a lot of good features. We're going to start with the basic setting and on the normal setting on the normal bright switch, and I think we get some pretty good sounds out of it, huh?
Yeah, it sounds great. I mean, the clean. It's amazing how such a high gain amp has such a good clean tone.
Yeah. All right, let's hear some.
All right.
All right, well, why don't we try with the bright switch on? All right, that sounds like a great clean line to me, huh?
Yeah, it's pretty sweet.
Yeah. So with a lot of SonicTone amps, the channel 1 has an option to gain out a good bit, and this is no exception. So what we have is we have the clean crunch switch, and we just put it on crunch, and we've turned gain 1 up to 10 to see how much heat channel 1 can bring. So why don't you take
one thing I wanted to mention is on channel 1, I like how it articulates, and you can hear all the notes of the clarity, even picking a chord out, you hear every single note, and then the tightness inside of there. So
Okay.
I'll try to capture some type of 90s style.
Okay. Pretty good amount of gain for channel 1, huh?
Yeah, and then it's cool with that the tightness so that you could hear doing. It's great.
Okay, so we're back on channel 3, and what we're going to do next is showcase the dynamic range and response of an amp like this. Even with the high gain setting on channel 3, you can really roll the volume knob back and get it to clean up a good bit, huh?
Yeah, I think a lot of players back then used to only have one channel on their amp, and with not many selections, so a lot of people use their volume knob to select back and forth, and it's amazing that this high gain amp can actually do that from channel 3 and
Right.
roll back pretty good. Pretty cool not having to switch channels.
Yeah, that was great. Really great wide dynamic range there with just the volume knob. All right, this amp being part of the Modern Series lineup of SonicTone's amps, we're going to get some modern tones out of it. So what we've got here is we've got this Ibanez here that's down tuned to C.
Yes.
And we'd like to thank C&M Music Store, a local and great music store here in the area, for providing this guitar for us to do this demo with. So I think what we've got here is we're on channel 3. We've got the gain on about 10. We've got the volume 3 on about 5. And the resonance is on about 7 with the presence on about 2. And so we're going to see if this thing can chug, aren't we?
Yep, it can chug.
All right, let's see. Here we go.
It can chug.
Nice, very heavy, very heavy. So I think while we're on this guitar down tuned, why don't we hear how it sounds with modern sound on the clean line?
Yeah,
Can we do
sounds
that?
great.
Okay, we're going to kick over to the clean line here. All right, so that's 2 good examples with this modern guitar here, how the Loyalist responds to modern tunings. I think it was pretty tight, pretty heavy there, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Like it.
All right, that about wraps up the demo for the Loyalist here, part of the Modern Series lineup at SonicTone. You can check it out at the website at sonictoneamps.com along with the other amps available, and you can check out other videos here on the YouTube channel. Craig, thanks a lot for stopping by, man. Really appreciate it. So I think Craig's going to play us out with something a little different, really highlight and accentuate some more of the dynamic things you can do with this amp on channel 3.
Yeah, I mean, it's awesome that it's not very loud, and you can actually get that tube amp, that nice harmonic feedback that everybody loves.
All right.